Hey guys, welcome back. Effie's back, so we're going to get chipping again. We just had a load of our logs delivered in, so put a bin on there, and we're just starting up the boiler now. So over the Christmas period, if you remember one of the previous videos, the starter motor had gone down, little blower, so a hairdryer thing, that had gone down. So I whizzed off to Myriad, had a spare in stock, which was great. And then I just thought, oh, I'll clean out the front of the boiler, you know, get rid of all the ash. There's a little tiny cable that runs for the light barrier, which senses whether the chamber's full or not. And I just managed to crush that in the door, the bottom panel where you can dig out all the ash. Just managed to catch that, melted it. I wired it back up, but what I didn't realise, it had a single cable in there, and then the outer cable looked to me like it was armoured, but they were using the armoured as the earth, so I couldn't get to work, so I had to get them out, and they told me that little trick. But £600 out. So anyway, we've just got it starting now. Lads are bagging up and taking the wood out, and yeah, everything else is okay. We'll go and see how Effie's going from now. Hey guys, so we're just down at the yard by the A14. Effie's chipped up all the stuff that we had here. It only came to 2 bins, so it was a bit of a disappointing load really that we had in. And this is what was the stuff that was on the bottom. It's really, it's some kind of, was once wood chip, but there's just a lot of muck in there now. It's all kind of disintegrated down into compost almost, and that weighs a heck of a lot of weight. So that presents us with a bit of a problem because we've got to get rid of that. I've got a few holes around the place, but of course then you've got to get a dump truck in, got to get a digger in to load, 2-man operation, etc, etc. It starts to make your arb logs come in at quite an expensive price. But it's a nice little site here because it's right off the 14. We've got good concrete access here, up and down. There was, when I bought this patch, and it was going to be like a visitor centre for heavy horses and ploughing. The guy had put all the concrete roads in, and then unfortunately I think he had died or something, so but he left the concrete, obviously that's there, so it's really nice to use. I'm just thinking if we maybe this summer put a bit of concrete down here, we could then either store crop here or maybe just have a big wood chipping area for all logs and stuff, so that would be very handy. But I'll go and see. We'll have to get back over to our yard. We have to bring the mini digger out, which is over there, pull the chipper back over, so it's all a bit of work, but anyway, all good. So guys, we got some leakage on one of our gas mixing ports there. That's been in for a good long length of time now, probably 8 years, so it's done well, but the sealant is going there and it's just leaking every time the gas mixer starts and runs down the port. The whole tank has a series of these gas mixers down of those ports, 20 or so, and they just bubble methane back through the mixture and basically get it all stirred up. So we don't have any stirrers in the tank. We just rely on that gas mixing. So that's a job for start next week, and yeah, we'll see how we're going. Effie is chipping again. He's done a small pile there, and we'll see how he gets on at the end of the day.
We'll take these off, whether or not they have to snap off or not.
Yep.
Lift this flange section off.
Yep.
Untwist it, turn it 90 degrees. Drill slightly bigger holes in and use proper bolts.
Okay, not these ones.
Yeah.
Is there any sealant we can put down in the meantime to try and seal along there?
I just wouldn't use this port.
Okay, all right. Well, it even leaks out when it's just bubbling because there's so much pressure through the whole thing.
So
every time it goes down the whole tank, it starts to bubble.
It shouldn't do because the ASCO valve shouldn't allow it to.
Okay,
so
well, should we run it and just see if it does?
There'll be a build-up of pressure in it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So.
Okay.
This it'll be a case of I'll have to bring in my proper drill bit, or we could, if he's got a pillar drill, we can just drill these holes on this flange a little bit bigger.
Because that's what they've used, have they? I see. This. Yeah, and it screws in, so it could damage the concrete.
Yeah, and blow it out. Whereas if they do rule bolts and how they squeeze out, it would damage the concrete.
I see. Yeah. Right, okay, yeah. Well, we'll have a go at it then.
Yeah, no, I should have given you a
So, yeah.
before. See, this,
It's quite discoloured, isn't it?
yeah, but it's more of a case of this groove.
It's not there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be there. It should be
Massively
completely flat,
different, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you can
So
see
that's letting the slurry go around the side
exactly,
and not being pumped.
yeah,
Yeah.
And so the lobes would still have a bit more life on them because
Yeah.
of the way your plant works.
Yeah.
But because they have got the flattening on the edges here, you can just see in there.
Yeah.
You can see I can get more than there's like 2 mil of gap in there.
Yeah.
So ordinarily, if we didn't have the front wear plate scored as that, your
Yeah.
pump would have still been able to pump for your flow rate. But because of the scoring plus the flattening, that's why it's dropping. Because I watched it, and it's literally bouncing from 17 meters cubed up to 36.
Yeah, it was wobbling all over the place,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
and that's-
then some nights it feeds well, and other nights you just won't have it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but they need to be done.
The
So,
consistency is not too bad, is it?
well, you'll get them thick again.
Bit thick, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll probably
because-
put it on a bit of recirc then.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
last time I was here, it was perfect.
Yeah,
and we're
okay.
just getting a little bit thick again.
Yeah, all right. And what about the oil you said?
Yeah,
In
no,
here?
you can see it's contaminated, so
Yeah.
that's draining out slowly at the moment.
So
making
what?
sure-
Something's getting through the.
Yeah, so
into
so what happens is the O-rings are your first protection before the mechanical seal. So you've got two O-rings. So the one's just started to perish, and there's just a bit of seepage of the, because you can see it's not digestate what's gone in. It's like the very fine liquor from it.
Yeah,
so there's no solids. It's just that bit.
Just a little bit of that. Okay. All right.
So yes, we're gonna have to. So that'll
Perfect.
be drained out completely, and then replaced with that,
Yeah.
and then like I said, next load change. So we don't have any further issues, gearbox and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll do the mechanical seals.
all right. That's all, mate.
All right.
Good.
Yeah. And then once I've done this, shall I
Yeah.
give you a shout? And
Yeah, sure. We'll go and have a.
look
I can get some anti-spray if you want it, Effie.
got some?
I can go get some if you want.
Yeah, that would be nice.
See if I can spray it on, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Into the mechanism in there, stick it in there, yeah. Give it. Be generous. Yeah, it's must have a bit of water inside the mechanism, mustn't it? Can you just release it down like that, mate?
Yeah.
I think that's the thing to do, isn't it? Yeah. I can tell it's leaking some oil right there now, isn't it? Just down there. The fast track just leaking a little bit of oil, isn't it? Yeah. Good guys, so nice cold day here. We are trying to get the chipper off so we can service her after doing the arb logs. But everything's frozen, so I'm going to run off, see if I can get a can of defroster, and after that we're going to get the new blades probably changed. And I've also got to get my internet connection working, because all our hard work the other day, the internet still hasn't connected up between the two dish plates, which is frustrating. So I've got a hard wire and we're just going to wire that in, I think. But it's only about 150 meters, so it's actually not too bad to have an internet cable. We'll have to dig up a little bit of tarmac across the road here that I'm just travelling over, and then put it down the side of the tank, but that'll at least give us that internet for good now. Cold day here. Okay. Didn't quite do the job, but never mind. We got it down anyway. Yeah. We're actually down here on our hydraulic. Got a couple of leaking taps at the back, so we're going to have to either put the 5150 on, leaking down there, or use the farm's fast track if we can borrow it. Okay guys, so we just got the farm fast track on now, because our one's down, the 2150. This is 2170. We're just going to find out how it chips. We've got some slab wood to get through, and we notice our one has a bit more of a zippy sound on the turbo. It's sort of as you touch the accelerator. This one's not like that, but this has also been chipped, this machine. So yeah, just going to be interesting to see if Effie notices any difference while he's chipping. We've got Red Kite here as well, so he's looking at the lobes. We have a leak on one of the gas injectors on the tank, so we need to get that changed over. The infamous heating system is still there. We don't think we're going to be able to do it today. Going to come back next week, apparently, give us a hand trying to get that heating system working. So yeah, there we are, all good. Some real fun last night with this cable. It got all tangled. Trying to untangle this internet Cat 6 cable in the dark isn't much fun when you've got 100 meters of it. So anyway, there we go. I'll go, just got to go out to that canteen over there, so I have to cross the road, just blink in for a short while, see if we can get our engine running, because the choke is wrong on it and they need to dial in from Shenton's on it. So there we go. Okay, so I'll take this end here, chuck it down here, so come across then. Right, grab a little cable length. Had fun and games last night. Guys, so that's our little truck. It's just in bits at the moment. The exhaust cracked and the bolts came off of it, so that's been taken out. Apparently there's a fan or something on here which wasn't wired up correctly, so that's another little thing. And the crab steering was funny. There's a little tap at the back that you can twist to get it back set aligned, so the back wheels don't move when you turn the front wheels. On the big machines, they've got a little button so you can reset them basically, but this little one didn't have it. So hopefully we'll get that back running, because it is a lovely little truck, but we just need to give it a little bit of TLC. I realised we hadn't serviced it since I got it maybe like a year or so ago. So yeah, it really does need that. But you know how it goes, everything gets busy. We've got our big digger to service and the small digger. I just have to say, I'm almost thinking we need another small digger now as well, just to keep us going. But anyway, there we are. So Tony's got a new exhaust in for our little truck, which is good. Don't know how the steering's going. Let's go and ask him. So we're back to drying in the bin with our motor down up there. See all the steam coming off. We've just hooked up these two orange pipes into the back of the bin. We leak a little bit. It's not nearly as efficient as running it through the dryer, but it gives us something at the end of the day, which is important now as it's cold and everything like that. So yeah, there we go. So guys, there we are. I stuck a little video up at the end, which was just showing CHP2, blah, blah, blah. And the crankcase breather was leaking some coolant out of that, which may explain why we keep dropping coolant pressure on that engine. So hopefully they'll come and sort that out. We didn't manage to get the gas bubbler on the tank working. We'll try that next week. We just didn't feel we had the right parts. Same with the heating for the combi bag. Bigger job. We wanted to do it at the start of the day, so we left that till next week. Chipping went well. No difference in power between the two tractors. Isn't a surprise given they've got the same engine and they've both been chipped. So there it is. Internet, didn't manage to get it. Pulled out the cable, put a connection through to another cable which I had, but I think it was an old cable. It might have been damaged. So I've ordered a new cable and we'll see if that does the job in terms of getting us connected up. But as soon as I put the tractor under the separator, it must have been affecting the link. So all our work on sticking the dish up yesterday or the day before hire was to no avail, which was a nuisance really. But there we are. Maybe it's just, if we want internet connection, we've got to move the tractor all the time. And then it's great that Taddy's getting on with our little truck. They're so useful in the yard, and it needs a bit of TLC, so it's great to see it coming back to life. So there we are. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that feed, and we'll catch you on the next one.